do a little bit of a different video. And I guess this is kind of a rant video, although it comes from a good place ultimately. And this is my top peeves for weddings. Wedding season's right around the corner, and I'm super excited for everyone. I love weddings. I love love. I love all of it. But there's just a few things that I cannot stand, and if this video could maybe help somebody avoid those mistakes, that would be wonderful. And I just want to kind of make a disclaimer because, you know, even if you have the most perfect wedding ever, there's always going to be people who have something to say about it. So don't take all of these, you know, too much to heart, but these are just my personal opinions, and if you guys agree or disagree with me, always feel free to comment. So my first peeve is an ill-fitted dress. An ill-fitted dress on anybody in the bridal party, but specifically the bride. And I have seen this in person, and it was so cringy, and all I wanted to do was like fix this girl's dress. She was a very petite girl, she was very short, just like me. She had a very beautiful dress. It was just a strapless A-line dress, but she was absolutely swimming in it. She had an outside wedding. She didn't have an aisle runner, and I'm watching the tail of her dress just drag in the grass. Oh my gosh, that's all I could pay attention to. I couldn't even look at this beautiful lady because I'm like so distracted by the fact that I can't even see her because she's like swimming in her dress. So make sure you take time to get it fitted, and you can save a lot of money, especially if you go to a local tailor. I know David's Bridal does charge a premium for their tailoring, and they will tell you that they have an advantage because they know the dresses, which I can't disagree with that. But I bought a David's Bridal dress, and I had it altered by a local tailor, and I was very happy with it. I was very, very happy with the price. She didn't sell me anything that I didn't need. It was pretty fantastic. So please make sure you have your dress fitted. Please make sure your bridesmaids have their dress fitted. And the guys usually don't have that issue, especially because most of the time they will rent their tuxes and they will get something that's just their size. And my husband actually, his jacket didn't fit properly, so he was able to get another one just in time. So, you know, no problems there. Okay, so my second peeve is too many bridesmaids and too many groomsmen. And I understand if you have like 15 sorority sisters or, you know, 15 fraternity brothers, whatever. I get it, but it looks ridiculous, and it takes like 12 hours for everyone to get down the aisle. Your pictures, I feel like a lot of it's missed out. A lot of the details are missed out in terms of how people look, because the pictures have to be shot from so far away, and I can't even imagine the logistics of getting like 7+ girls ready. So make sure you're choosing a good amount. I mean, if you really, really want like 7 or 8 girls, 7 or 8 guys, whatever, do it, I guess. But just know that I feel like there's a lot of things that are lost in that. And in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion, it kind of takes away from the specialness of giving a title to somebody who's important in your life when there's like 9 other people who also have it. So just consider that. And I mean, the pictures, I can't. The pictures are so tacky, and so, yeah, the details are just lost in the pictures, in my opinion. Okay, so the third thing also kind of has to do with bridesmaids and groomsmen, and that's an uneven amount. And I understand we don't always have the same amount of friends in terms of like husband and wife or, you know, partners, but please find somebody else to fill the other place, because it looks really weird. Okay, just standing up at the altar looks weird. The pictures kind of look weird. But it also kind of looks like whichever side doesn't have as many friends. And I know that's just a perception. You could be the nicest person ever, and, you know, you didn't want to, you couldn't think of people to include, but, you know, the groom or the bride probably has brothers or sisters or something like that, or maybe just, you know, talk about it with your partner before you ask. That way it's not awkward. It looks so weird in the logistics of it when people are walking down the aisle and they're standing up there. And I just, I personally, I think I have a problem with even numbers. Just think about it a little bit. And I know it's just people's opinions and people's perceptions of things, but I don't want anybody to look like they don't have as many friends as their partner. Okay, so the next one goes for pretty much everybody in the bridal party as well, but it's important to consider that not everybody in your bridal party likely has the same body type, and you should really keep that in mind when you're picking the dresses and things like that. I think every woman should feel beautiful in their dress, but what looks good on me doesn't necessarily look good on the next person, and what looks good on the next person doesn't necessarily look good on me. So if you're going to have your bridesmaids in all the same dresses, try to think about that and make sure that all of your girls feel comfortable, because if they don't feel comfortable, that really translates throughout the whole wedding. You know, they're going to be less likely to get out on the dance floor. You're going to see the uncomfortableness in the pictures. It's just going to kind of dampen their mood. So make sure everybody's comfortable. Make sure everybody's looking their best. And, you know, definitely do consider that not everybody's the same shape. So that's just another thing. I don't think that, you know, everybody looks good in a certain cut. And if you can find a dress of the same color that's just a slightly different cut, I think that's wonderful. I don't think that looks tacky at all. If you wanted to mix it up in terms of the cuts so that each girl feels comfortable in whatever style, I think that's going to be the best, because if the girls feel comfortable, then that's going to really translate in the pictures. They're going to feel beautiful. They're going to be really excited to be there. They're going to be more excited to dance on the dance floor with you. And I just think it's going to make for much better pictures. My next peeve are wedding themes that are too on trend. And it pains me when people can't think of anything creative for their wedding theme. And there's nothing wrong with incorporating things that are popular right now into your wedding. But when your whole wedding theme is like so 2017, you're going to be looking back at that and cringing. And if you like look at pictures now from like weddings in like the early 90s or 80s, you see it and you're just like, wow, that was so whatever year, you know. So try to go for something that's going to be a little bit more timeless. And I would much rather see like a zany, completely unique, even kind of weird theme than something that's been completely played out, because it just seems so unoriginal, and it almost seems to me to be like unenthusiastic about the wedding. So get together with your partner, you know you best, and do whatever you want, because ultimately there's going to be people who have something to say about your wedding. Even if it's the most beautiful day, the coolest theme ever, there's always going to be something that someone has to say. But for the most part, I don't think that you'll have any issues with that. If you're inviting people who are truly your friends and truly care about you, then it wouldn't matter if you had like a complete Star Wars themed wedding or whatever was really you and your partner. So do what you want to do. Just please consider not doing what everybody else does, because it's so boring. This next one, unfortunately, has to be the most tacky thing, and like the biggest peeve of mine, is when people have to pay for drinks at a wedding. I know that it's expensive to have to pay for alcohol and things like that, but you're inviting people to a party, and to expect people to pay at a cash bar is like so cringy and just so tacky, and like I can't deal with it. So if you can't invite 200 people to your wedding, that's okay. Make the wedding smaller, because quality over quantity any day, especially for your big day. It's hard to get to talk to everybody on the day of the wedding anyway. Like seriously, you may get 5 to 10 minutes with everybody that's there at the wedding before the reception's over, because you're being dragged in every which direction. People are wanting to take pictures with you. It's really fun, but it's also really stressful, because you're just trying to get to get around to everyone, and that's nearly impossible to do. But yes, please, by all means, do not have a cash bar. Even if you're paying for 2 drinks and then the rest is cash bar. No. No. Do not do it. Ultimate tacky wedding mistake. Okay, so that's about it for my wedding peeves. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm just one lady. You know what I mean? Who am I? I'm just a girl who is making a video on opinions, on my own personal opinions. You know what I mean? But I do hope that you consider them, because I don't think that I'm the only one that feels this way about, you know, the things that I just discussed. And I know I said this earlier in the video, but ultimately it's your day, so do what you want to do. You know, the only 2 people that you should really be trying to please is yourself. And, you know, go for it. If you want to do a peacock wedding theme, or if you want to do a celestial wedding theme, or do a wedding theme based even on your favorite TV show, whatever it is that really helps express your love and is something that you have in common with your partner, or something that you're just super passionate about, go for it. If you want to get married in the middle of an agricultural farm because you're both ag students, then do it. Do whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to have a rainbow themed wedding, then go for it. Do it. You know what I mean? If you want your bridesmaids to have completely mismatched dresses, then go for it. Like, I'm not telling you to not do what you want, but just don't do it half-assed. Just don't do it because everybody else is doing it. And don't forego, please, 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 please do not forego doing what you really want to do because you're worried that people will judge you. Like I said, the people that you're inviting to your wedding should be your very best friends, your closest friends, and your family. And if they can't appreciate or understand the reason why you're doing the things in your wedding to celebrate your love, then that's the problem with them. So I hope that this has gave you some insight, and I hope that I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, because that is not my intention whatsoever. But as always, if you want to hear more of my opinions and you want to hear more of my normal content, which is usually paranormal, please do subscribe. And as always, have a good day. Bye.